It's Fuck Yeah Friday.
Fuck yeah!
Get ready for some wins.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
All right. Hello, Be It Babe. Happy Friday. It is the FYF. If this is your first episode with us, hello. This is when we celebrate your wins and my wins and some things that inspired me on the internet. And I should just say that we're recording these early. So some of these wins happened a while back when you're listening to this, but so did yours. And what I love is that when I get to re-listen to this and you get to listen to your wins, you get to be reminded of the accomplishments you've had in the past. So I think that's really fun. Also, the whole point of this episode is to really encourage us to notice what we can celebrate. There's a lot of things to celebrate. We have an episode coming out in April all about high functioning depression. And one of those things is like celebrating the things you did do. So that's a sneak peek on that with Dr. Judith Joseph. But first, I've started this year with the FYFs having an inspiration from something I saw on the internet. And when this came up was in January during the fires in LA. And I kept getting really irritated about just how people were treating a woman who runs the fire department in Los Angeles. And I wanted to just honor her because I think, here's what I think. I know as women, we are above and beyond qualified for most of the jobs that we're doing. We're more than qualified. Studies already have proven that women won't apply for something unless they have a 10 out of 10 of the things that people want, where males will apply with 6 out of 10. So I just want to highlight this amazing person. This is from the account Hear Her Stories, a little bio for the 24-year veteran fire chief of Los Angeles. Conservatives are calling it a DEI hire. Kristin Crowley was a paramedic, engineer, fire inspector, captain, battalion chief, assistant chief, fire marshal, and deputy chief. When she took the firefighter exam, she ranked among the top 50 out of 16,000 applicants. She became the city's first openly LGBTQ plus fire chief in 2022. And it says, congratulations, you have earned it. She has so earned it. And I wanted to honor her and celebrate her because it doesn't really matter any of the things that she identifies as. Like, this woman has achieved so much. Top 50 out of 16,000 applicants. Are you kidding me? Way to go, Kristin. You inspire me. You are amazing. And thank you for the work that you have done and the service you've done for the people of LA. So you inspired me. That is who I am highlighting today in our FYF episode. And I think that irked me because I have been more than qualified for things that I've been doing. And then people go, who are you to do this? And it just is like, how about you go get qualified for your own thing? Like, why can't we just celebrate what someone is doing? And doesn't mean that they're perfect. Doesn't mean that we can't make mistakes, but also like people are hired because they are qualified. We have to trust that in a lot of cases. And I really trusted in Kristin. So anyways, that is my little bee in my bonnet moment. So let me celebrate, but I wanted to celebrate her because I just really was impressed with that. I'm so impressed with that. Okay. An FYF from you is Lisa Osateo. I was going to post this in random, but then on second thought, it's definitely a win wrapped into other wins. I sold my Allegro One Tower of Power. It's been on my mind to do for about a year, but my resistant brain would shut down when I would think of the tediousness of it. I'll need to take pictures, clean it up, post it. Let go of my sweet first reformer tower when every time I would use her, I would resent that she wasn't a contrology reformer. Not her fault. She saw me through my Pilates journey when I was learning how to teach, and she saw me through Elevate when I was learning and still learning the repertoire. When I finally told my friend Mandy I wanted to sell her, she put a fire in my butt by matching me up with someone in the area who was looking exactly for what I was selling. I did all the things I was resisting. I took the pictures, cleaned it up, posted the post, and yes, talked to and negotiated with some random strangers. I posted on Sunday, got an offer on Monday, agreed on a price Tuesday, and today, Wednesday, we saw her off to her new and rightful owner. I learned a lot in this process that when my brain shuts down, it's because I get overwhelmed by too many steps. 2, once I got started with the help, sometimes with good friends, the work itself is manageable. 3, selling can be a win-win for everyone involved. 4, letting go of things that no longer serve you is liberating. 5, I can detail Pilates equipment like no one's business, plus drops of oil do wonders on pins. Thank you, Balanced Body Garage. 6, The Pilates community at large are pretty awesome. And 7, I get to buy a Contrology, One-to-Chair, and spine corrector for 2025. So that's my win. Way to go, Lisa. Way to go. I love that. I love Lisa so much. She is just a fabulous person. She's an Elevate grad, and she's been on a retreat to us in Cambodia, and it was just like a fabulous week I got to spend with her. But I love looking at the world through her eyes. And the thing is that some of the things we're on our to-do list to let go of and get rid of are really going to be the thing that someone else is looking for. And in the world where there's so much stuff, there's so much stuff, and we're like, oh, I want this thing, but I already kind of have a thing. Well, if you can have the thing that you want, and you're just not getting it because you are already stuck with something else, the thing that you have, someone else might want, so you can get the thing that you want. And everyone wins. So I love that it is a win-win. So your win is a win-win. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, I'm going to do a win of mine, which actually happens to be on the same thing. So around the beginning of the year, I feel like there's just too much stuff. Maybe it's because I've been in a van for a month. Maybe it's because we give a lot of stuff and we get a lot of stuff. And so Brad and I used to live in a really small apartment in Los Angeles in the West Side. And so we could not acquire very much because there was no place to put it. And now we have a house, and I'm like literally looking at stuff that's in a bag in the corner right now. If you're watching on Zoom, I'm like looking at this. Where did this come from? So we came home from the tour, and I listened to Mom and Me Astrology, and I did not clean on New Year's Day. Well, I wasn't home for New Year's Day, so that was not hard. When I came back, I legitimately went through my closet and I was like, okay, we're not wearing a lot of this stuff. And I went through and I just was like pretty harsh about the cuts. I was just, let's go. It's time. Honestly, I could do another harsh edit, but we'll wait for that for another day. I also went through all of our towels. They're useful towels. I don't want to throw them away. I don't want to waste and put things in the garbage. So I, like Lisa, I was like, okay, I've got all these clothes. Who needs them? I've got all these towels and sheets. Who needs them? I get sent a lot of skincare and makeup care and all this stuff that I'm not going to use. And so it's brand new. It's in the box. Who can I give this to? Well, here's the funny thing. This is the win. I opened up Instagram and I saw that the butcher in town is actually taking clothes to people who lost everything in the fires. Boom. That's gone. Then my friend's store is collecting makeup and clothes for another charity that's in Las Vegas who needs it. And I was like, oh, boom, there's all that. And then someone suggested, oh, contact the pet place. They always need these things. So I contacted the Nevada SPCA and I said, do you guys want used towels and stuff? Like, we always want used sheets, used towels, used whatever. Here's when you can drop them off. So my win is normally I clean things up and put them in a bag and then they just sit in bags somewhere forever. Or I just give them off to a friend. But I really wanted to give it to people who needed it. And here we are. I get to say, win, check that off the list. I got to get rid of things I'm no longer using and give them to people who truly need it. And I feel good. It feels good to do that. So I would just say a simple win you have on your to-do list is to clean out your closet or clean out a junk drawer. Just know that there's probably a charity who's looking for the things that you're getting rid of. And it makes the task that you have on your list feel even better to do. And so that is my win of the week. Now, for your fabulous mantra, let's see. This one is going to come from the Deck of Plenty. The Deck of Plenty says, I release what keeps me sheltered from my life. Oh, this is so timely for this episode. Don't you love that? I just drew this one. So I release what keeps me sheltered from life. I create space for what encourages my growth. And I rejoice in the ways that life emboldens my best to come forth always. I release what keeps me sheltered from life. I create space for what encourages my growth. And I rejoice in the ways that life emboldens my best to come forth always. Well, that is brilliant and beautiful and wonderful. You guys, thank you so much for listening to the FYFs. I know they're short, I know they're sweet. I know sometimes you're like, what am I going to learn from these episodes? But these are episodes that I really think are important for us high doers to recognize that in all the ish that's going on, there can be something that is worth celebrating. And we have to celebrate. Otherwise, we are just doing too much stuff. So thank you. Thank you. And if you have something that has inspired you that you want to send in that I can highlight on the episode, please feel free to DM me. If you have a win you want us to celebrate, please send it in. You are amazing. And until next time, be it till you see it.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network. If you want to leave us a message or a question that we might read on another episode, you can text us at +1 310 905 5534 or send a DM on Instagram at beitpod.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
It is transcribed, produced, and edited by the Epic team at Diseño.co.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all of our content to our website. And finally, to Meredith Root for keeping us all on point and on time.